Hi, Julie Rader here with the Libra New Moon astrological forecast. And stay till the end because I'll be going through all of the signs so that you can see how this will affect you specifically based on your sun, moon, and rising signs. And want to give a big shout out to my friend Chris Trucker from Texas, who watches all of the videos and shares them with our dear friend Sarah. So thank you, Chris, for supporting the channel, and thank you everyone else who continues to watch. It's I know we're small but mighty at this point, and I am just happy to get this information out for whoever will benefit from it. I don't pay much attention to the number of views at this point because I just enjoy talking about the astrology and sharing it with you. So let's dive right in. So this Libra new moon is happening on September 25th. And usually I would have filmed this much earlier, but you know, it's Mercury retrograde and here we are. It's the 23rd. And so hopefully I can get this uploaded pretty soon and you can get this information. So 2:54 p.m. Pacific time on the 25th, which is on Sunday, is when it will be the new moon, and it's a Libra new moon. We just had the equinox, which was on the 22nd, yesterday, from the day that I'm filming this, which is when the sun ingressed or moved into Libra. So we have this beautiful Libra energy right now, and Libra is about balance. We have the equinox, equal amount of daylight and sunlight, no matter where you are in the world, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. When it's the equinox time or when we have a Libra new moon, it's a great time for us to look at our lives and ask ourselves, do I have balance in my life? And if not, where can I create more balance? Rather than finding balance, because that implies that it is somewhere out there that we need to search for. We have the balance within us. It is a matter of us bringing up the qualities of the things we want to enhance in our lives and releasing and shedding the things that are distracting us. Also, when we are now in equinox time, for us in the northern hemisphere, now the days are getting shorter all the way into the winter solstice. So as the days get shorter, we thrive on sunlight. Our chickens here are not laying as many eggs, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's just seasonal. And because they need some time to rest, we also need more time to rest. We need time to enhance our vitality. We need to focus our energy on what it is we want to create or what is important to us. What's important to us? Let's focus our energy there, say no where it is needed so that we are not scattering our energy in all directions. In the summer, we're able to do that a little bit more because there is more vitality. There is more sunlight. Now, days are getting shorter. Focus on the things that are important to you. Create balance in your life in whatever way you need to. And this is going to be really enhanced at this new moon because this new moon opposes Jupiter. Jupiter makes everything bigger, it's expansive. And this new moon in Libra is saying, well, I really need to focus on making the decisions that are best for me and my life, my family, whatever the case may be. And Jupiter is like, but no, let's also go here and let's put our energy here. And there's an opportunity over here. So this new moon may really bring to the surface where we have choices to make. We can say yes to everything and scatter our energy and maybe not do any of the things in our lives well, or we can say no where needed and say, hey, Jupiter, why don't we expand this area of our life? And right now we're going to table this other thing, put it on a shelf. When I start to have a little more energy or vitality or just time in my schedule, I would like to get back to that or revisit it. It's a maybe for now. But right now, this is where I'm putting all of my energy. Or it's a clear no. That's not where I want to put my energy. Maybe it's time to delegate, things like that. That's what this opposition, this new moon opposition to Jupiter may bring up. Or this new moon is all about relationship, because the other two aspects that are happening at the same time are happening with Venus. Venus is the ruler of Libra. The sun and moon come together every year, and that's the Libra new moon. When the sun and moon come together every month, that's what makes the new moon. When they're opposite each other in the sky, that's the full moon. So the ruler, every sign has a ruling planet, and the ruling planet of Libra is Venus. Venus is about love, and it's about money, or just from very simple terms. Libra is about partnership. It's about working in harmony with others. So these aspects that are happening side by side with this new moon are Venus and Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces. So this gives a really dreamy aspect to this new moon, where we might be a little foggy, especially if we're saying yes to everything Jupiter is asking us to say yes to. If we're not taking the time to sit down and ask ourselves, what is important? Where do I want to focus my energy? What relationships do I want to build? What relationships have run their course and maybe it's time to release? If we sit down and do that work and answer those questions, then this opposition to Neptune may just bring about a dreaminess to it. If we're not taking the time to reflect on those questions I just mentioned, then we can become really confused. And Libra, being an air sign, it can be very much in the head. And Libra energy is known for being indecisive, but that is when it is scattered or there's too much going on. When Libra focuses its energy, it is quite decisive. It is a cardinal energy. It will go after exactly what it wants. So take the time. A lot of energy and a lot of planets right now retrograde. Go inward. Ask those questions. What relationships do I want to build? Where do I want to put my energy? What relationships have shifted, or maybe it's time to release them. It's the autumn, it's the changing of seasons. Some relationships only last for a season. We also have Venus, more Venus energy with this new moon. Venus in Virgo making a trine, which is a free-flowing, more easy energy to Pluto and Capricorn. This is really beautiful because Pluto is death and rebirth. Again, it is asking us about our relationships. Where can we transform them? What has run its course? What are we going to renew and give birth to? And because it's a trine, if we do the work, everything I've just been talking about, it will be much easier for the old relationships, or the ones that just aren't working, or that we just simply don't have time for them to fade away, so that we can make more space for renewal in our lives. So this Libra new moon really is all about relationship transformation if we do the work. And there will be a dreamy aspect to it. So take time. It's happening at about 3 p.m., the 25th, 2:54 to be exact, Pacific time. Make sure you're doing something. If not exactly at that time, I'll be at my son's soccer game. So I'm like, okay, I'll make time either morning or that evening to really sit with those questions myself. And I encourage you to do the same. There can be really beautiful coming together with this energy as well, with this trine to Pluto. Maybe there's a relationship that's just been hovering and we're not sure yet. So this new moon is not only about ending old relationships, it can bring new relationships and lift them to the next level as well, in a very beautiful, romantic, dreamy way as well. Okay, let's go through the signs. Aries, this Libra new moon is happening for you in your 7th house. For you, it is all about relationship. It is your needs versus another person's needs, and really looking and seeing if your needs are met. Are you listening to the needs of your partner? Are you truly listening to what they want? Pause, slow down, listen. Ask yourself, can I meet these needs? Is this a relationship I want to continue? Doesn't only have to be romantic. It can be a business partnership. It can be any kind of relationship where you're working one-on-one with another. So relationships, huge for you, Aries. Taurus, is happening in your 6th house. This is really about you looking at your health. Are the relationships you're in affecting your health in any way? What can you do to enhance your health or your day-to-day routines? Maybe you've gotten into a relationship and you let go of all the healthy routines you used to do for yourself, a morning walk or going to the gym or whatever it is. This is you taking a good look at that and say, okay, can I keep this relationship in my life, whatever relationship it is, and still do these healthy things for myself? Or better yet, can I exercise or with another person? Do I have somebody that can help keep me accountable on my day-to-day routines and health? Gemini, this is happening for you in your 5th house. So this is about your relationship with children, or perhaps maybe you've been in a work environment and you're working for somebody and you're realizing it is time for you to tap back into your creativity and maybe branch off on your own. Or simply, maybe you've been working too hard or spending too much time doing other things that you're not making time for yourself to actually have fun. So for you, Gemini, where can you make a play date with yourself or with your partner? Make fun an important part of your life. Cancer, this is happening for you in your 4th house, looking at the relationships with your family members, those in your home and family. Looking at their needs, looking at your needs, what needs to be transformed. And anytime when it's 4th house, we can also look at your home environment. Is your home environment serving you? Are you craving a move to a new environment? So these are all things for you, Cancer, that could be coming to the surface. Leo, this is happening for you in your 3rd house. 3rd house is communication. It also could be your relationship with siblings or neighbors could also be coming up. So remember, Venus is involved. Maybe you meet a neighbor or you meet somebody in your neighborhood who ends up being a romantic interest for you. So that's a possibility too. Virgo, this is happening for you in your 2nd house. This is all about your finances. Remember, Venus is not in a relationship, it's money. So taking a good hard look at your finances. Are you budgeting properly? Are you spending money where you should be spending money? Looking at this Libra New Moon energy and saying, okay, where can I focus? And this opposition to Jupiter, you may have opportunities to spend money, or you may already be spending money in ways that are not really good for your pocketbook. So taking a look at that, Virgo. Libra, this is your new moon. It's in your 1st house. So for you, looking at every area of your life, we get one new moon sometimes we get two, but usually one new moon every year. And when we have a new moon, it is a restart to our lives, to our livelihood, we have an opportunity to potentially do an entire makeover or rebranding of who we are. What do you want? What do you want in your life? What do you want in relationship? Are your relationships serving you? Everything I talked about at the beginning of the video, definitely, Libra, take the time to answer those questions and be really, really honest with yourself. Scorpio, this is happening for you in your 12th house. Scorpio, when you have a new moon in your 12th house, it gives you permission to go inward, to lock yourself inside, or go on a retreat and just maybe find somewhere, if possible, go somewhere into the woods or actually with a water feature and do some reflection on all of these topics that I've been bringing up. The next new moon is going to be your new moon. So use this one to hibernate a bit, to get really clear on what you want and where you want to focus your energy. Sagittarius, this is happening for you in your 11th house. This is all about the tribes of people you spend your time with. So really getting clear, are you spending time or putting energy where you want to put energy? Maybe it's time for you to begin building out relationships with others, whether it's through social media or things like that. I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm Sag rising. This is happening for me in my 11th house. Really figuring out what are the tribes of people that I want to spend time with? So for you, Sagittarius, where do you want to focus your energy as the days are getting shorter? Get really clear on your intentions. Capricorn, this is happening for you in your 10th house. It is all about career. Looking, if you partner with somebody or the people you work with, looking at those relationships. Are they serving you? Where can you make adjustments to focus your energy on what you want? Definitely, Capricorn, make your career goals at this new moon. Aquarius, this is happening for you in your 9th house. This is really about you looking at, you are one, Aquarius, and how you want to just become one with the universe. And really, the 9th house is about expanding internationally. So looking at this in your life, maybe you're craving a trip to a foreign culture. Maybe you're simply wanting to expand out and become part of a cause of another culture, of a maybe activist group or something that involves other cultures. Whatever it is, make sure you're not spreading yourself too thin. Really look at these areas. Where do you want to say yes? What can you release so that you can focus your energy on what you want? Pisces, last but certainly not least, fellow Pisceans, this is happening in the 8th house. The 8th house is a deep psychological house. Go inward, answer all those questions I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Where do you want to focus your energy? What relationships are important to you? What relationships do you want to continue to build? What relationships can you create more balance in? What relationships have run their course and you are ready to release? Go in, do some deep psychological work, Pisces, this new moon. This is happening in your 8th house. 8th house of psychology, mysticism. Go inward and do the work. This opposition of Venus to Neptune can be very dreamy. Tap in a meditative way and get some clear guidance. Thank you so much for listening. As always, if you're interested in a reading with me, you can check it out on my site, julierader.com, and I will see you in the next video.